What's good, y'all, man? You already know it's your boy Wakko Dawgs, and I'm in this bitch with your motherfucking boys. Chicago Street TV, let's get it.
So you want to let the audience know what part of Chicago you're from?
Little Village, 26th Street, baby, the best. You already know what's going on.
For the people who ain't from Chicago, you want to let them know what 26th Street or Little Village is?
Little Mexico, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the most welcoming Hispanic communities, or the most welcome community as far as Hispanics go in Chicago. You got all your street vendors, you got your authentic Mexican food, you got people that come directly from Mexico but automatically grew up there regardless to if they from the States or not. It's just a real welcoming Mexican community, which is full of other Hispanics as well, white people, black, all that. But when it comes to Little Village, as far as the dominance, the Mexicans have it as far as the welcoming. It's real homey. Regardless to where you at, where you from, you could always, I feel like you could come to Little Village and you can make a home there. I mean, you got your bad just like everywhere else, but Little Village is home. If you've been there, you know.
Do you want to let us know what it was like growing up in your household, like as far as like what music was being played?
A lot of salsa and shit like that. You know, I grew up in a very Puerto Rican household. You know, as far as like my black side and stuff like that, I never really got to get real too crazy in tune with that. But I've always lived in a predominantly Puerto Rican household. And we listen to shit like, you know, Suavemente. I like it like that. You know, y'all know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. Like, you got your ass whooped to that song and everything. But, you know, just things like that. A lot of Frankie Ruiz and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
So you say you grew up predominantly more Puerto Rican, but was there also like a big cultural difference between both families?
No, not really, because if you know Puerto Ricans, if you know black people, I mean, if you know people in general, like, you know, Puerto Rican and black people are not too much of a different, other than the fact that we Puerto Rican and then they black. Like, I don't want to come off as like, because a lot of people take shit wrong, but if you know, a lot of people say like Puerto Rican is just a Hispanic version of a black person. I don't take offense to that. A lot of people probably do. I don't. I love my black people. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's not too much difference. Like difference a little bit of music and whatever. But when you really look at it, we kind of dress the same. We kind of got the same slang. It's just we speak Spanish and we got rhythm. We dance. It's a lot of similarities, but it's a lot of differences. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I look at it like it's just fun to be that. To be around the differences and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because you get all the racist bullshit. That's a lot of things people like to glorify. But if you really grew up in the hoods for real, you get to really see like it's really not like that. Like Mexicans is welcome a lot of places, black people, white people. Like people parlay and have fun here in Chicago. Like don't get me wrong, it's segregated as far as like where people live, but when it comes to the parties and you go downtown and it don't matter who the fuck you are. Everybody in that circle having fun, popping bottles, trying to get at females and doing that shit, you know? So, yeah.
So you told us what it is that your family listened to while you were growing up, but what is it that you listened to when you were growing up?
Man, I grew up listening to a lot of Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs was always my favorite rap group growing up. And I got to actually perform with them brothers in Cleveland. So that was a blessing. That was one of the things that my career actually did for me in my life, and I cherish that to this day regardless. So I listen to a lot of Bone Thugs. I listen to a lot of Twist, a lot of 3-6 Mafia for sure, you know what I'm saying? 3-6 Mafia, 8 Ball, MJG, you know, things like that, you know what I'm saying? Shit, Trick Daddy was my shit, baby, cause I'm a thug out there. That was my shit. Nelly, woo! Welcome to Nellyville. That, man, hell, Nelly was my shit. A lot of shit, man, all that. And I listened to a lot of shit, man, for real.
Do you want to let us know how it is that you got the name Wakko Dawgs?
I got my name in the streets. I'm not gonna say like what I did or how, whatever. I'm not gonna say who gave it to me, but it was one of the guys that I was running with at that time. You know, he had a real big name and as far as like the things he was doing. And, you know, once I started running with him and they started seeing like whatever we was doing and, you know, that's when they named me that shit, so.
So you got the name from the streets and from there and went to the music. Do you want to let us know
I
how
kept
it is?
I kept it like see, my street name was a different name, which I don't care to like say right now in the interview. But if you listen to the mixtape, you will catch what my name used to be. I talk a little bit about back then of me coming into the streets and shit like that too. So you will catch, and if you know me, you know what the fuck that was too. But as far as that, I always kept the street name into my rap name too, just because like I didn't feel like I needed to be called anything else. Like that's just what I stuck with, regardless.
You want to let us know how it is that you got started into the rap game?
I was, like I said, I was heavy into the streets. I just came out of jail when Chief Keef was blowing up. And of course, like I said, if you follow my music, I took it a route where it was like I was dissing the opposition gangs and things like that. That's how I pretty much entered the scene. You know, it wasn't so much for me to do music and get signed. It was more so like I was gang banging with it, doing stupid shit, you know. And I recorded my first ever song, which was called Blow Boy, and I put it out. It did a great response for my first thing, and I ran with it from there.
Dope.
And this was before Straight Up with Lil E.
Do you know what year it was?
Shit. This was definitely, I want to say around
13, 14, 15.
Nah, this was like 2011, 2012.
Okay.
This was around the time where like like I said, the Chief Keef and the JoJo shit was going on and all that. So
Yeah, because Chief Keef kind of blew up around 2011, 2012, so.
this was around the same exact time. So
Cool.
I want to say maybe 2012. When you really look at it, I mean, a lot of people may feel it's some type of way, but I mean, when you really dig into the facts, like I feel like I was the one that started the Latino drill movement, to be honest. That's just what that was.
So being one of the pioneers in the Latino drill movement here in Chicago, how would you describe it? Like, because there was nobody before you, so how did it feel being one of the ones to be the first? Like, was there challenges? Like, man, you know, there ain't nobody else doing it that's Latino, so.
How I feel about it now, I feel like that was dumb as fuck. Because I had way more talent than to just diss gangs and shit like that. But like at that time, how I felt about it, I felt like I wanted to just be the biggest on my side, and at that time it was really nobody on their side. But I'm gonna keep it real, like it wasn't that long before I put out my music that they started on the other side making music, and so ultimately that gave me more people to diss and shit like that. That's just what I was on. I was just on some fuck that I was just predominantly just gang banging. You know what I'm saying? That's just really what I was on. You know what I'm saying? I was on some big diss gang bang rapper bullshit. Like that's just what it was then. Now, like if you asking me now how I feel about it though, I mean it is what it is. I did get a big notoriety from it, and I do got a history from it, but moving forward, I don't really give a fuck about none of that shit, to be honest.
So a couple years back, I had interviewed Lil E, and I asked him this same question.
Okay.
Your music video Straight Up was actually broadcasted on Univision in Chicago. Your music video, so what were your thoughts when you saw it, when you first heard about it?
What the fuck is Univision? What's that?
The Telemundo.
Oh, Telemundo.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Telemundo.
yeah.
Telemundo.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know it as Telemundo. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's still that's a split question too. Because when I was young and I seen that, to me it was like that was the goal. Like hell yeah, like fuck yeah. They getting the fucking message. They know we on savage shit. Fuck yeah. So to me, I reached the goal. Then I was like, fuck yeah. Nobody got on fucking Telemundo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
I don't think nobody has sense, if I were to guess.
Man, I got woken up to that shit.
Yeah.
I think who the fuck, I don't even remember who the fuck, I got so many messages about it though. Cause at that time, that was like my peak type of shit, you know, as far as the drill, diss rapper bullshit. So I got woken up to that shit and I was happy as hell. I was like, damn, I don't give a fuck what they say. Shit, all publicity is good publicity, especially when it's Telemundo.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, this is where the split, you know, now that I'm older, like I look at it like, damn, bro, like the message and I can't blame them because they were right, you know what I'm saying? They were basically saying like, man, they using this music to tell people to go do this, that. And they weren't right per se, but we were on some promoting violence and against Hispanic gang shit. So that's where they took it because they needed a story to tell, you know what I'm saying? So
Did Telemundo contact you for permission to use that video on their
fuck
TV?
no. Fuck no.
You need them A's, Telemundo.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Had it been now, woo, y'all would have owed me a check. Y'all would have had to talk to my lawyer, boy. But since I was stupid back then, see, I'm gonna keep it real. I say this shit because I'm a real nigga. I give it raw. Remember I told you I'm gonna keep it raw.
Right.
I still to this day, I don't own a lot of that music.
Right.
So they could do whatever the fuck they practically want with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't own that shit. Straight up, I don't own that shit. I don't own straight up.
So was that your track or was that Lil E's track?
It's really Lil E track.
Okay.
I wrote it though. Lil E only wrote his verse. I wrote the whole hook, even his part of the hook. He contacted me. I didn't know who he was. And then he contacted me and he sent me the beat. He was like, write something to it. I wrote the hook. I wrote my verse. I met him up maybe about a week or two later. We rehearsed it at his house. We went to one of my studios that I had in the neighborhood in Little Village at the time. One of my homies, Scarface, shout out Scarface, and we recorded. The rest was history shit. We got Jay Spills. Jay Spills, man. I'm sorry. Jay Spills, very great cameraman, bro. To this day, very great. Yeah, so he shot it and it was history from there, brother. You know, like that's the video that put it up there for us.
So you and Lil E dropped 2 music videos everywhere and straight up. Both generated each almost about 1 million views. While creating those tracks, did you or Lil E know that these would reach these numbers?
We knew that everywhere would definitely accumulate a nice amount of views because we seen what Straight Up did and we seen the response of like people wanting us to do another song together. So we definitely expected everywhere to do a nice amount of views, for sure. I can't say I'm happy how we put it out, and I'm not gonna speak on why, but I feel like we could have put it out better. But still a great record. We made a lot of views from that too.
Right.
Straight Up, I didn't expect that shit. I don't even think Lil E expected that shit. So no, hell no. I didn't expect Straight Up to do those numbers, but everywhere I definitely expected it.
What made you guys want to add those clips with 5-0 rating the videos in the intro of everywhere?
Because it happened in the middle of our video shoot. To be honest, that shit happened at the end of our video shoot. We was practically already done with the fucking video.
What were they saying to you guys when they came and stopped the video?
They just said that there was somebody called saying there was a bunch of gangbangers out there supposedly throwing fucking bricks and bottles at cars and flashing gang signs and so they seen though, like, you know, my cameraman was there, you know, I'm there. They obviously know who the fuck we are too.
Yeah.
You know, like they know like, oh, this we got a name. The police pay attention and shit. So they obviously seen it was us. They talked to us. They searched us, whatever the fuck. They let us go. They said, just get the fuck off this block right here. Get it the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because people calling in. If we got to come back, y'all getting locked up.
Right.
So we just got the fuck up out of that block right there and whatever. And to be honest, it was the end of the shoot, so we didn't need to do no more. They, like I said, they caught the end of the shoot, literally. We was finna walk the fuck off anyway. We just happened to get pulled over while we was finna go home. Or go wherever the fuck we was finna go.
So Chicago is known to have a lot of Latinos. You know, L.A., Houston, New York, Miami. They have a lot of artists that have blown up and went mainstream, or just having a big name in the underground scene. Why do you think Chicago really has not had not one rapper get big? Even though we have a few rappers that have generated a couple million, but never to a level where they are like really big.
Because everybody is heavy on. You see, when people see Chicago, they automatically think Lil Durk, Chief Keef, and all of that. They think the FBGs, and you know, they don't really pay attention to like the Hispanic shit because, I mean, and when you really, if you from Chicago, you know, even when it come to gang, like people really don't. When it comes to like that type of shit, when it comes to like the black side, they don't really give a fuck about nothing the Hispanics got going on. And it's the same thing with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like people look at it like they downplay it. You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, it's kind of a racist thing. People won't say it, but I'll speak on it. You know, like even when you go to jail or whatever, if you Mexican, and of course wherever you go it's predominantly black, they're gonna tell you, man, I'll be damned if I get whooped by a Mexican. So it's the same shit when it comes to the rap. Like they don't want to give a Hispanic motherfucker even if you code, like don't get me wrong though, I won't say everybody because I got a lot of black homies in this rap shit, even that's big names right now. Shout out P. Rico, shout out King Diesel, you know, producers like my producer, shout out Rocka, that's, you know, Rocka De Niro, that's not, a lot of people fuck with Rocka De Niro from Florida to Cali to New York to here to everywhere, you know, and he's my personal producer, you know, like, I can't say too many, off the top of my head, shout out too many names, but I knew other people too that was like from Obark, like my homie, rest in peace, T. Roy, that was my homie, for real, like not even from music, like that was my homie real life shit, you know what I'm saying, before all the, I'm not even gonna say that. Yeah, but like I said, like there are motherfuckers out here that give motherfuckers like me that's cold or whatever they props, but I feel like you really gotta be as cold as, or you got to be really recognized. You got to be putting that to be like us. I ain't gonna lie, the pressure is really on when it come to us because you're not just gonna get it.
Right.
It's not just gonna come like that.
Because a lot of Latinos here in Chicago, they all bump to Chief Keef, Little Durk, King Louie, and all these other rappers. But
Damn, shout out King Louie. I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I first came out too. I was opening up for King Louie.
you don't really see any of these artists doing songs with the Latinos out here in Chicago. So yeah.
I mean, it is true, but at the end of the day, like I feel like me personally, like I feel like when I get in them rooms with them artists, like when my music get cut on, all of that shit in.
Right.
I can't say that it ain't the same for other artists or it is the same for other artists. But one thing that I do know is like I feel the judgment right when I walk in the door. But when they be hearing my shit, the reaction always be like, "Damn, this you?" and it sucks that it has to come down to that. It's like a proving yourself thing, and I really don't ever really feel like I gotta prove myself because I don't give a fuck you fuck with me or not. I'm gonna be cold as how I am, and I'm gonna keep working and do what I do regardless.
Right.
I don't need no features. That's how I feel.
Right.
Will I do some? Hell yeah, for sure. I'm willing to work, but I'm not with the arrogant bullshit neither. Like I'm coming humble, man. I used to be like that,
Right.
but I'm on some different shit. So, I mean, the love, wherever the love is at, that's where I'm gonna be. That's how I look at it, you know.
So it seems like the tracks that you and Little E put out generate so many views. Do you think there would ever be potentially an album when it's you and Little E together?
Nah.
Why is that?
Because we live two totally different lives.
Okay.
So, believe it or not, there's songs that I still got songs with Lil E right now that we never put out, but we're not gonna, and it'll never be out. But I got something new on the way with Lil E, a video too. So we got a 3 for 3, put it that way.
Okay.
And this might be the last of Wakko and Lil E. I don't want to say it like, and he knows why. It's not like beef or nothing. It's just because like we're moving on to different ventures in life. So this is pretty much what we're doing for the fans. And I'll tell you this, it's going to be the best one yet. We got some shit coming.
If you were to guess on a date, when would you say? Like maybe summertime or during the fall?
Summertime for sure. Summertime for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. We got a movie on the way.
Well,
Lil E gonna be in there.
You guys got a name for the movie, or can you guys give a summary what the movie could be about a little?
This my manager, by the way, for everybody like that don't know or whatever. This is my nigga Big Dog Pro. Be on the lookout for our joint mixtape. He also is an artist. A raw ass artist coming out of the video, but he also is my manager, my cameraman. He is my machine. Put it that way. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, but you tell him what's going on.
Just know it's gonna be a movie. It's revolving around the. What should we say? Should we say it's revolving around the Hail Mary remix?
Remake.
Just know it's gonna be a whole movie. A whole movie.
But it's based on Tupac, put it that way.
Is this all shot and filmed in Chicago?
Yeah, I got two, maybe even 3 camera crews coming together to shoot this for me.
Is there any people that might be in it that the audience might know as far as like actors or other?
Yeah, Lil E will be in it. Pro will be in it for sure.
We're gonna have a lot of
My beat producer Rocka, 9 times out of 10 will be in it. We still figuring that out, and
it's gonna be one. I don't want to give too much.
I don't want to
away.
get. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Do you guys need actors or actresses? That way we could put some info.
Yeah, we definitely.
Hey, look, I'm always open.
Orders and stuff like that.
I'm always open. If there's women out here that feel like they could definitely want to be a part of it, if there's male actors out here too, or rappers or models, whatever, like I said, that want to get in tune,
Yes, sir.
hit up my manager. You tell him.
Definitely hit me up on Instagram, Mr.Finor, Finor. We definitely looking for actors. We need actors for music videos as well as vocal actors. We got cartoon on the way. It's just a bunch of shit we've been cooking up.
We got a cartoon as well. I wasn't gonna say it, but since
we let them have it.
We got a cartoon on the way.
You mean like?
It's gonna be like an adult
like a
swim
TV show.
cartoon.
Yeah.
We're gonna do 10 episodes for the first season. It's gonna be an animated about a dog world, something like that. Just imagine like a adult swim cartoon.
So for any of the audience, can they expect certain release date or where they could probably watch these TV shows or movies?
If you tune into the Instagram right now, you can follow the whole process of the script writing as well as like the character development. We shooting to have everything recorded as far as audio by at least the start of the summer. And then moving forward, we'd love to have it animated looking by December. So it'd be like, have a Christmassy vibe attached to it as well.
Okay.
2026 full effect for sure. Put it that way.
All right.
Yes, sir.
2026 full effect for sure as far as the cartoon. And I feel like that's gonna be something nobody wanna miss, man. This shit is gonna be funny as hell. If you like a fan of like Family Guys and South Parks and Bob's Burgers and shit like that.
Shout out Capo Dogs, man. Shout out Capo Dogs.
Shout out my man Scott. You definitely gonna fuck with this. This is gonna be some shit, man.
It'll be the adventures of Big Dog Pro and Lil Capo Dog.
Wakko gonna be in there.
Wakko Dawgs and the Ellie Dogs. He gonna play the bully role throughout it. Man.
We ain't gonna give too much, but stay tuned.
We're going dumb already, man.
Follow the Instagram. It's gonna be that.
Mr.Finor.
We got a lot of shit in play, man. We like taking this shit in full effect, bro. It's not just the music, we going all the way. And to be honest, we looking for artists. So.
And we got the music shit popping, cause we still got that going. Look forward for the new video about to be dropping. Freak coming soon.
Freak Pro shit coming soon.
That's gonna be, man. Make sure your old lady ain't in the car when you play that motherfucker, bro.
She a freak.
So in one of your interviews, you also stated that you have been in juvie and also in Cook County Jail. Do you want to let us know? You want to let us know what it was like, the process of getting into juvie and what it was like getting into Cook County Jail?
Shit, man, in juvie, man, that was the motherfucking kitty land. I was in that motherfucker having fun, for real. I mean, I was in there for some serious shit, but like, I was having fun. We was whooping real ass in that bitch. But it was kitty land, you know, like they feed you real good and they fucking let you watch movies and whatever the fuck. Y'all big chillin', it ain't shit. They don't, I feel like it's a setup, you know, for juveniles to fail though, because like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Before I even hit the county process, I did go to DOC too, like little DOC. And totally different as fuck. I went to 23-1 in Little Joliet before they closed that bitch down. And man, they had motherfuckers that was ready to go to the county in that bitch. Motherfuckers was getting stabbed. Motherfuckers smoking squares, all the time. Like, it was like, this was real prison. And so, like, when I was getting ready to get out, that motherfucker, they had real, like, big head aldermen people coming through that bitch talking about, like, how that was too gruesome for, like, juveniles to go through. Like, it was worse than adult prisons and shit.
Damn.
Like, you only got fed twice on the weekends. You had 23-1 for niggas that was, like, 15 years old, bro. That shit is nuts. You could only spend $37.50 on commissary, $37.50 every 2 weeks.
Damn.
Niggas in the county was spending $100 every week. And that didn't even include like they soap and socks and shit. It did for us.
Right.
So if I bought socks, drawers, and soap and shit, I couldn't buy food until 2 weeks.
Damn.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So it was fucked up in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of was like more so like prepared me for the county. And then when I went to the county, that was way more sweeter than that. Because the county reminded me of the Audi home, except it's like it's grown motherfuckers that kind of got some structure in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? And you still got to pay for commissary and all that other shit.
So someone who has never been to county, is there anything that you could like let them know what the process is like when you're going in? What's the difference if someone is in a gang and when someone isn't in a gang?
Well, I feel like my process was different just because of who I am. You see, I got a name, so I was already on my toes. I already knew like there could possibly be some motherfuckers in here that want to do that shit to me. So because of, you know, just this shit that I got going on, history of dissing motherfuckers and all that. So
Right.
I was already on whatever I was on. But if you the average gang banger going in there, man, just be on your shit, bro. If that, I'm not encouraging no violence, but what I'm saying is like, if that's the life you live, then live that shit when you get in there, because there's motherfuckers that's gonna test you about it. And if you a neutron, kick your feet up. Ain't nobody fucking with you. There's niggas in there that'll get on their bully shit, but you know, you got rules in there. It's no preying on the weak for real. So like, people don't really tolerate that picking on the neutron shit. So like, you don't really got shit to worry about. 9 times out of 10, they got a comfortable stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just pretty much got to worry about your case and your people. I don't plan on getting locked up no more, I tell you that. And it ain't just on like cause I'm scared of no shit like that. Like, I'm gonna stand my, if there's anything I will say is this, like, regardless to the name of no shit like that, I ain't never been in no PC. I ain't never checked myself in PC. I never checked myself in PC. And I've been stand my 10 regardless to whether I feel like I'm active or not. Ain't nobody just gonna test me. I'm gonna stand my shit like a man, and we gonna have to throw it back these bitches if that's what it come down to. That's just, you know, I'm gonna defend myself. That's
For those that don't know, what is PC?
Protective custody.
Oh, right.
Pussy for the pussy case.
So you obviously growing up in the hood and living the street life, have you ever been shot or shot at?
Yeah.
Would you want to share a story of one of those incidents?
Hell no. Like, just cause, nah, hell no.
What was the feeling like? You don't got to describe the story, but what was the feeling like when you're in that moment?
It's just a lot of adrenaline rush. Like, it's a lot of, I will say this, I'm the type of person, like, because I see this in the comments all the time, like, oh, he's still alive. Like, I just move strategically because, like, I'm just the guy, like, not on no scary just because, like, I like to move how I move, you know, fucking, from the time I leave the crib to the time I come back to the crib, I'm already thinking about a death situation all the time. So I'm moving accordingly. I got my people in place so where it's like, when I'm going here, we doing this, I'm going here, we moving this way, like, you know, it is what it is. Like, I feel like everybody, like, should be doing that, especially if you're doing the type of shit I'm doing, or worse, or if you dissing motherfuckers, like, if you have the name for that type of shit, like, hey, you gotta move how you gotta move, that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? I know at any given time, I'm not untouchable. A lot of motherfuckers move like that, thinking that they, oh, motherfucker can't touch me, we got these, we got that. Man, hell no. Motherfucker, I know the best of the best of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know the best of the best of them. That Billy badass niggas that did all this good street shit and they ain't here to tell their story or none of that shit. So anybody in this motherfucker be touched. So I move as such, you get me?
So having like your videos generate so many views, do you ever have moments or has it happened to you where cops recognize you or they'll harass you just because they know who you are?
Yeah, all the fucking time. To this day, I swear to God, like I was just downtown, the fucking cop rolled up on me. He was like, what's up, Wakko G? I was like, man, I don't fucking know you, man. It was funny as fuck, man. I got a video of this shit in my phone too. It's fucking hilarious, man. But I mean, I don't really care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I be on some jokey shit. Like, man, fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. For real, for real.
So is there any advice that you wanna give to a kid, like let's say that they're growing up in the hood and they're motivated wanting to join a gang? Is there like anything that you want to tell them?
My personal opinion, I just feel like it ain't no point of doing this shit no more. You know, the shit it's all watered down. Everybody feel like the cool thing to do is snitch now. And you cool for doing that too. You know, the street code isn't a street code anymore. So, I mean, why waste your time when you could put your talent into some way better to make yourself and your family a legacy? If you're gonna do what you're gonna do, hey man, I would say be smart about it, but there ain't no way to be smart about it no more, man.
Right.
A camera is in your face no matter how you look at it. I gotta have a camera in my face to do this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it ain't no getting away with shit no more, bro.
Right.
When you really look at all of these rappers that getting done for these Fed cases, bro, they got surveillance from when you fucking left to do the hit, all the way up until you did the hit, all the way to you going back to the safe spot from you doing the hit.
Right.
You can't do shit no more. So all of that shit, like,
They got your own cameras when you walk in the crib.
I mean, do it if you. I mean, if you in love with jail, if you like sharing shit with another nigga, cool. Do what you got to do, man. Like, I'm not perfect, man. I do with the, you know, I'm not admitting this shit and no shit. Like, I'm not a perfect motherfucker. But going to your question is like, if you really not in this shit and you thinking about doing it, just go another route, man. For real. It's so much more cooler shit to do. Trust me. I know people in different lives that don't got shit to do with gangs, and man, they lifestyle is, woo! These niggas in mansions, they with the baddest bitches, they driving the fucking finest cars, they got boats, and all that good gangbangers don't got that shit. They don't got that shit in jail, bro. You feel me? Fuck that. These niggas got millions of dollars in corporations, they got, man, trust me, man. I'm trying to get there right now, man. We trying to get there right now, man. I'm telling you, fuck that. We not trying to go to jail, I'll tell you that. So, if that's what I had to say, that's what I would say. Yeah.
So before we started recording, you had mentioned that you were part of a rap group called Zombie Gang.
Yeah.
You want to let us know, like, maybe some of the members that were in it or why it is that you got part of it or how Zombie Gang got started?
Well, okay. Zombie Gang came into fruition because, like, okay, I started rapping on my own shit or whatever, and in the midst of it, you know, Staying Savage, my cousin, he was doing his shit. I got another cousin named Magic. He was doing his shit. And then I got a homie named Zanman and Goosey. They was doing their shit together. But Magic used to be in the same studio as these niggas. Brought me in there. And then I brought Stain. And then we was all just recording together. And to be honest, like, it just became one fucking group. And Zombie Gang, the name became because we was sipping heavy-ass lean. We was selling lean and sipping lean. Heavy, if you knew us, that's what it was. Lean, 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 lean. You feel me? So we was on the Zombie Act, slow music, and you know what I'm saying? So things like that. So we pushed that for a while.
You have any tracks that you ever made where you incorporated some Spanish into it? Or is that something?
If I do, I'm sure I do somewhere. I don't remember the name or where I recorded it or the fuck, none of that. I'm sure I do somewhere. I just don't remember it at all. Cause yeah, I do. I do, and it'll probably never be out. Okay. It's with a nigga named Tally. He from the Humble Park area. We did a song, but we never finished it. And he was doing some Spanish shit. He's predominantly with the Spanish like movement shit. When it was like Spanish drill he was doing at the time. Okay. And I was mixing my shit in with it, but we never finished the song or whatever. I don't even know where that song is. And that song was raw as hell.
Will you ever throw some Spanish into your tracks in the future?
I can't tell you if I will or I won't. I'm up for it though. I mean, you could throw some shit like that in my face right now, and I'm gonna kill it for sure.
All right.
Hell yeah.
You want to let the audience know what are your top 3 favorite Mexican restaurants or taco joints in the city?
That's great. A-Town is #1 for sure.
Where's that at?
A-Town, Atotonico.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? With the licuado. Y'all, if you know, you know. Hardin and 26th Street. For real. They know me for sure. I really love Taco Lan on the north side, on Fullerton. Right across the street from Ponce. Right on Fullerton and like Kildare. I fuck with Taco Lan heavy. On the steak tacos though. And they pastor ain't bad. And then, damn. We talking asada?
I mean, just in general, just whether it's like a taco joint or just Mexican restaurant in general.
I gotta give it to the tent on Kildare in 28th Street on the Pastor. I got it. If you ain't never been to the tent right there, it's not even a restaurant. It's some local people. They got a tent right there, it's like right next to a store. It's like a gangway or garage kind of thing.
Big one too. Last summer they had the little table set up and everything. Hey, they did it.
Best Al Pastor in the city, Kildare 28th Street. Shout out to them. I don't know their name or no shit, but if you pull up right there, you gonna see them. Even right now, sleet, snow, sun, anything, they right there cold as hell whipping tacos on my mama they is. Right. But I got some more, but I'll put them as my top 3 though.
So earlier you had mentioned that you were working on a movie and animated TV show, cartoon.
Yeah.
Other than that, do you have any upcoming projects that you would like to let the audience know?
Yeah, we got I got Wax World the mixtape coming out in May. I don't got an exact date pinpoint, but in May for sure, be looking out for Wax World the mixtape along with a bunch of like movie cinematic type of music videos dropping behind it. As far as features go for that, I got my homie Lil E, of course. I got my cousin Eli. I got, I might have my homie Harvey Twin. We're gonna see how that song go. It might go as a single, but I really want it to go as into my tape. We gonna figure that out though, but I'm saying it because be on the lookout for that shit called Parade. It's gonna be fucking nasty, produced by my fucking beat producer, of course, Rocka De Niro on the fucking beat, man. And who else do I got on there? I got Pro, of course. I got another mixtape, a joint mixtape with Pro coming in June sometime. Of course, we don't have the exact date pinpointed for that neither. along with a lot of fucking videos dropping for that project as well. After that, matter of fact, during that, I can't say dates or no shit like that. I can't say places because, of course, we have to move strategically. Like I mentioned, we going on tour.
Dope.
So expect us to go in your city and we rocking that bitch out for sure. We rocking that bitch out. So female artists, don't be scared and don't be shy. We is not them type of guys. We do not want you. We not them creepy motherfuckers. We definitely looking for female artists that is really cold as fuck. We looking for a female artist that's cold as fuck that really stand out. So
That
if you
can talk they shit and get on the track next to this motherfucker here. Cause you know the cadence that come with that.
So if you feel like you that chick, you got that shit, you got the info, we done said it a couple times, go ahead, shoot your shit in the email. We would definitely be to holler.
What email is it that they could contact for features?
Y'all could hit up the same account, the Mr.Finor, Finor at iCloud.com. Mr.Finor at iCloud.com. And you can reach me and I'll get anything you need from Wakko. It's not like he on Supreme Madonna stuff or anything like that. It's just he has been getting a fluctuation on contact, so just kind of trying to ease that load off of him so I could keep him more creative on the music and not have to worry
I'm
about
busy.
it because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the inquiries they're not talking the right stuff yet.
not just yet, but I am busy though. So, you know, I got a manager for a reason. So, you know, just I let my manager get it through the right channel and everything is going to go accordingly, you know, for sure, for sure.
Can you let the audience and the fans know where it is, where they can follow you and all your social media platforms?
Okay, when it comes to Instagram, it's going to be Wakko_Dawgs_Slanging. When it comes to my YouTube, of course, you just look up Wakko Dawg, go onto my shit, hit the motherfucking subscribe button. Y'all know what it is. On Facebook, it's Angel Julio. I hate to even say that name, but that's what it is on the Facebook. And yeah, my shit gonna be all over Apple Music. You know, just search Wakko Dawg on everything that you got right now. My shit is on every platform, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. You name it, we own it right now, and there's gonna be a whole lot of more content that we already named as far as future projects, videos, and everything, et cetera, gonna be dropping on all this. So all you gotta do is just go ahead and search us on all of that shit and rock out with your boy.